Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to start with a new lesson, heat. Let's see some examples. First example, second example, third example, fourth example. The sun's heat has many effects and uses. Now sunlight, it gives us a solar energy which is helpful for us in a various way. But it's also having a various effect on the body, such as the sunstroke or many other things. The moisture in the air cools down due to the ice cubes in the glass and collected on the outside the glass. As you know, when the water turns to ice, and if you keep it outside, you will see the droplet of water that accumulate outside. Also, there we'll see the thermometer is used to measure the temperature of the substance. If a person is having a fever, so we are going to use a thermometer which is tell us the exact temperature of the body. So we have already studied all these things. Also, let's take one more example, rubbing of your hand. When you are doing the yoga, so end of the yoga session, you were doing rubbing of the palms against each other, and then we were putting that hands to your eyes, to your face, so you will get that warmness. So this is in all this example, we will see that we are getting the heat, but something an other way, either by doing the measurement or by the burning of the fire or by the various way we are getting the heat. So we have already studied the changes in the state of matter caused by heat. So this year we are going to see the first part, the transfer of heat. Students, suppose if you want to hold any hot objects, anything which is now this container is very hot. I will not supposed to hold it with my hand directly. In order to hold it, I will use either a tongue, pair of tongue, or a gloves, or a cloth. Why will use? If I'll not hold it with this all these things, then I'll surely get burned. So when we take hot objects in the vicinity of a cold one, so what we are doing, students, suppose if I want to make it the hot object to a cold, I will put it under the tap water, or I will put it somewhere where the cold water is. So the cold object becomes warm. So after that, when you touch that cold water, it will become a warm. Warm means what? Warm water means it is not too hot or it is not even cold water. And the hot one becomes cooler. As we are kept that hot object in the cold water, so that hot substance which is reduced to cooler one. So heat is transferred from the hot body to the cold body. Okay, so let's see now the transfer of heat, the heat which is transferred from one place to the another place, that is by so heat is flows from the body at the higher temperature of a body to a lower temperature. This is called the transfer of heat. Higher temperature means the object is very hot and it is then cooled down when you keep it somewhere in the cold places. So that is called as a transfer of heat. So heat can be transferred in three different ways. They are conduction, convection and radiation. So these three things we are going to see. So now student, actually in this lesson is supposed to be for the practical, but now it is not possible for us to take the practical. So we'll understand from the textbook and even the video which I will show you. So let's see the conduction. Now conduction means what? Conduction means the heat which is transferred from one end to the another end. You will see something this kind of arrangement. What we are doing? Apparatus, that is the bars of stainless steel, aluminium and copper. Okay, we are going to take three strips we are going to take of three different material. Of course, the burner and the pins. Now pins, why it is required, I will tell you. So here, student, what we are going to do it, on this bar, on the stainless steel, aluminium and the copper bar, we are going to put a droplet of wax. Okay, and then we are going to poke the pins. You know the pin, borrow pins, that we have to poke it. And then that we have to hold with a pair of tongue and then burn that. So what happened? What do we see? From which a bar do pins start falling first? Why? So what happened, as we are keeping it under the burner, the heat which is transferred and it will reach to where the first spot of wax, it is showed over there, first spot of wax, and then that wax melts. As the wax melts, what happens? The pin will fall down. Again the heat will transfer further, it will go to the next spot of wax, again there the wax melt, and then the pins will start falling one by one. So pin falls starting from the end near the burner. It means that the transfer of heat takes place from the hot end of the bar to the cold end. Now where it is started burning, that is of course a hot end, but it will reach to the last one where it is a cold end. This transfer of heat from the hot part of an object to the cold part is called the conduction of heat. Okay, so it is called as a conduction. So transfer of heat from the hot to the cold one, so it is called as a conduction of heat. The pins of a copper. Now here students, we are taken 3 different strips, one of copper, aluminium and stainless steel. So in that, the copper one, the pins on the copper bar start falling first. Why? Because the copper is the good conductor of heat, where the transfer of heat is taken faster. So in the school also we are using mostly the copper strip. The pins on the steel bar falls comparatively late. Okay, so it shows that from this experiment we have even learned that the copper is the good conductor of heat. So that conduction of heat takes place through a solid substance. Shows that the medium is required. It's required a certain medium. Let's take the second type of transfer of heat, convection of heat in a liquid solution. Again, we are going to take a, see, we'll show you, we have the apparatus is required. We are taking the beaker, potassium permanganate crystal, a burner and a water. So we are going to, potassium permanganate is a purple color liquid, its form. So we are going to make a solution of potassium permanganate, purple color solution, and we just have to boil it. So take some water in a beaker, heat the beaker slowly on a gas burner. Drop a few crystals of potassium permanganate into water. So now you have to watch what happened. So can you see in the picture? So after a certain time, then what happened? The water which is started boiling, and then you will get some kind of current which is produced over there. So that current is called as a convection current. Okay, you will see the streams of water going upward and coming back to the bottom. Due to the potassium permanganate, this magnet color streams can be identified easily. Why we are using potassium permanganate? Because it's a colored solution. So there we can see this convection current more clearly rather than any other color. So it moves upward and it is replaced by the cold water coming from above. In this manner, heat is transferred by means of current. Student, can you see that in the picture? There it shows the convection current. So that circular way the current is formed. That currents are called the convection current. So this process is called the convection of heat. Now convection can occur in liquid and even the gaseous substance. But the convection is required the medium. Here what is the medium? Heat is the medium. Even the conduction, heat is the medium through which will form. If you are not passes the heat, we will not see any convection current.
If you keep a metal spoon in a pot of hot curry, soon the entire spoon gets too hot to touch. But how does the end of the spoon outside the hot curry become so hot? Let us conduct an experiment to study how this transfer of heat occurs. For this we need this metal spoon, a number of pins, spirit lamp and a matchbox. Take the spoon, melt the wax of the candle and use it to stick a few pins on the metal spoon at regular intervals like this. Now light the spirit lamp. Place the flame at the free end of the spoon and observe. We see that the pins start to drop from the wire one by one as the wax that stuck them to the metal spoon melts. The first pin to fall is the one closest to the flame, and the last one to fall is the one at the far end of the spoon. This shows that the heat from the flame is traveling along the wire from one end to the other. We can also see that the transfer of heat takes time to move. It is not instantaneous. This method of transferring heat is called conduction. Conduction is the transfer of heat.
Transfer of heat by convection. In this module, you will learn about the transfer of heat by convection. Water is boiled by heating it under the container. It cannot be done by heating it from the side or from the top. This is because of the peculiar way heat is transferred in liquids. Let us perform an activity to demonstrate the transfer of heat in liquids and gases. The items required for this activity are a round bottom flask, tripod stand, candle, matchbox, straw, potassium permanganate crystals and water. Fill approximately 2/3 of the flask with water and place it on the tripod stand. Wait till the water in the flask is still. Now, with the help of a straw, gently place a crystal of potassium permanganate at the bottom of the flask. Now, heat the water by placing the lighted candle just below the crystal. Carefully look at the pattern in which the pink color spreads. Directly above the flame, it goes up, but it sinks at the sides. Why does this happen? When water is heated, the water near the flame gets hot and rises up. The cold water from the sides moves down towards the source of heat. This cold water then gets hot and rises up. This process continues until the whole water attains the same temperature. This kind of heat transfer is known as convection. In convection, there is an actual transfer of the particles of the medium. This process necessitates the heating of a liquid from below rather than from the side or the top in order for it to boil. So, convection is the mode of heat transfer in liquids. Heat transfer in liquids takes place by the process of